These are double pinwheel quilt blocks. They are beautiful. I absolutely love them. I'm going to show you how to make your own. This is a really great project. I love this one because it's a little different than the norm. All these pieces above me here, these 4 half-square triangles and the 4 patches of fabric that are the same size, that's all you need to make 2 slightly different quilt blocks. And by slightly different, I want to point out, it's a double pinwheel because, look, the dark blue ones, they make a big pinwheel, and on this one, the lighter color blue makes a smaller pinwheel. On the other hand, the inside is different here. It's a small white pinwheel. You get all of this just from these fabrics here. So pick a size first. Now listen, size does not matter in this. I get a lot of questions in the comments saying, well, what size is your finished block, or what size did you start with? You can start with whatever size you like. I've done a couple different sizes of this, so it really doesn't matter what size I'm using here. I will tell you, of course, but choose your own size, whatever makes it work. These finished blocks are only 6.5 inches square. That's relatively small for a quilt block, so you might not want to go with my dimensions on this. I'll set these aside for now. These half-square triangles measure out at 4 inches square, okay? So whatever your 4 HSTs measure out to be, cut 4 pieces of fabric, exactly that size. That's all we've done here. So like making a half-square triangle, this is similar to that. We're going to put right sides together. Now, making an HST, you draw a line, a diagonal line, and then you stitch a 1/4 inch on both sides of that drawn line, correct? We're going to do that same thing, but look, we already have a diagonal line stitched here. We don't need one that same direction. So this time we're going to draw the line this way, and this is the direction we will sew the 1/4 inch seams for that, all right? Now I've done that on 2 of these here. This is what you will end up having. You can see my stitched lines on either side of the drawn line. And then when you open these up, look, peekaboo, it's either a split square triangle or a 1/2 square triangle. People call them different things. I call them beautiful. So let's get rid of these because we don't need those anymore. When you do this, and when you cut this apart and open it up, this is where the magic happens. You get 2 different things. When on just one of these, when I open it up, look what I get. Well, they look similar, don't they? They look almost the same, but they're not, because these fabrics have flip-flopped around. It's a mirror image. Something to do with geometry? I don't even know. All I know is that when I opened these up, I got 2 different answers. So my 4 HSTs that I did, I'm going to put them in piles where they match. There's number 2 of that. That guy matches that, and so forth, because these then are going to make up the quilt block, all right? 2 different ones. So let's set these aside for now, and I would start by laying them out like this, keeping in mind that on this one, the small pinwheel is this lighter blue color. So as I keep going around the circle, that's the direction I will make them. And then similarly, I'll put this one up here. This time, the smaller pinwheel in the middle is white. So that helps me lay it out at least. But look at that. 2 different quilt blocks just from those initial 4 half-square triangles and the corresponding fabric. It's really a fun quilt block to make. So here's the finals again. They look great. And even be fancier. Look, I've had some fancy fabric too. These are a little larger. Same difference though. It's the exact same thing. It flip-flopped the other materials. So keep that in mind when you cut. I love all of these. It's the double pinwheel quilt block. I hope you will give it a try, and happy sewing.